I have to say before I start, as you know from a lot of my videos, they're all in a single take. This has got to be like the 8th time that I've tried to film this video. The phone has rung. There's been someone at the door. The dog has shaken so hard that she hit the chair and banged into the tripod of the camera. It's just been the refrigerator, which is right behind the camera, kicked on in the middle of it. So this is it. I don't have any more time to record another video, so this is the last one. However it ends up, it ends up. Hey, but before we kick into what the heck this video is about, check this out. These just came out of the oven. Oh yeah, during one of the videos, the timer started beeping on the oven. And this is so cool that I could hold it. That's how long ago it was. This is a tray of my homemade roasted soybeans. Yes, there is a video on these on the channel that I'll put in the description. If you've never had them before, they are fabulous. Going on a trip this weekend, so I made up a batch, made up a much bigger batch than normal, because normally when I make them, I end up eating them all before the trip actually happens. So hopefully that will be enough to make it to the weekend. All right, ready? The dog is in her crate, the fridge is off. I took the phone off the hook. Welcome back. This is video number 6. It is the last one in the series of alternative foods for backpacking. And I might have accidentally said in video number 5 that 5 was the last video. That was a mistake. This is actually the last one. There is no more coming after this one. If this is the first video you're watching in the series, if you look in the link in the description, I will put a link that has to a playlist that has all of the videos in the playlist. That has all the videos in the series will be in that playlist. You know what I mean. All right, so today we're going to talk about salt. And I know everyone is aware of, your standard salt like that. And if you are backpacking and you're buying all of your meals prepackaged, all the salt and spices are already in there, obviously. Obviously, there's a ton of salt. If you ever look at the sodium, there's going to be a ton of salt in a lot of that prepackaged stuff. So this is for people who kind of add their own spices, or you're just looking to add something a little bit different to even like your oatmeal or some other meal. And so again, most people are familiar with the regular old Morton salt. If you're really cool, you're probably putting in some like Celtic sea salt. If you're a hipster, you're already up to like the pink Himalayan sea salt. And if you are like cooler than a hipster, you're on the black Himalayan sea salt, which gives your food a whole different flavor. Good stuff. But if you're looking for an alternative, what I recommend are Dulse Flakes. So Dulse Flakes are from a company, actually they're from a bunch of companies. The company that I'm going to suggest is Maine Coast Sea Vegetables. From what I've read and listened to other people do reviews or read reviews from other people, this seems to be a pretty well respected company in the industry. They, again, whether you want to believe it or not, they do claim to do a bunch of testing on their product to make sure that it is free from everything from radioactivity to different contaminants. They will claim that they take it from clean oceans and not just anywhere where there can be all sorts of pollution and stuff like that. Dulse is a seaweed. Sorry, I don't know if I mentioned that in the beginning. Dulse is a seaweed. And in here, if I can just show you a little bit, let me see if I can put it on a piece of paper to make it a little bit more clear. So it kind of looks like, I don't know, oregano or something like that, kind of like that sort of texture. And one of the great things about it is that it gives your meal a little bit of a salty flavor, but there's also like a second and third layer of flavors in it as well. I read someone who kind of said it was like a smoky salt or salt that's been smoked. But it's a cool little flavor that you can add to any of your meals. And I have added it to everything. I mean, from oatmeal to smoothies at home to anything that I've had at dinner while I'm backpacking. I mean, like anything, you could throw it in there and it's fine. Now, Dulse is a seaweed, and if you do start reading online about seaweeds, you're going to see all these websites that claim how nutritious it is. They're going to list off all the different vitamins and minerals that are in it, and it's all true. But you have to remember that to really, dig into your daily recommended dose, you would have to have quite a bit. So for example, with the Dulse Flakes, to get a lot of those vitamins, and I'll throw them up on the screen right now, to get a good daily dose of those vitamins, you would need like 5 tablespoons, which is doable. I don't know if you'd want all 5 tablespoons in the same meal, but you would have to have a considerable amount of it. The other thing that this is claimed to do is it claims to pull out the metals that are in your body, the heavy metals. And while I love heavy metal going in my ears, I don't necessarily love the heavy metals accumulating in my body. And so I have not done any independent research and read like legit research on whether or not it pulls heavy metals from your body, but that is something that you'll see claimed out there a lot. Someday I'll do some research on that. If you're worried that this is seaweed and you think seaweed is disgusting, I know like my daughters and wife, they could just eat those seaweed wrapper things. I don't know, with nori, is that what you call it? Like, you know, sheets of seaweed. They could just eat those things nonstop. I think those are pretty gross. So this is, I don't know, to me, it's again, I use it more like a salt and a seasoning. It doesn't really I don't know, to me it doesn't taste the same. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I haven't eaten enough regular seaweed or the wrong kinds. I definitely haven't had it very often. But this is not something that I find gross at all compared to those sheets of nori that you can buy in a store in the little boxes or the big sheets. This is also something that I know around here, I've actually seen this in my regular old grocery store. I've also seen it in the smaller, you know, we call it the health food store. It's not really, you know, it's kind of more like the all natural sort of market. And obviously you can buy it online as well for a decent price. It's not really marked up that high compared to what you can get it for at the store. And the other thing that you can do with this, if you want to taste it, is unlike regular salt, you can literally just like take it and, oh, so good. All right, so hope you enjoyed the series. This is it for the alternative foods for backpacking. If you do have any suggestions for future videos, feel free to leave them in the comments, because I'm kind of running out of ideas. I have some straightforward like ultralight backpacking videos, but so far as ideas on food, kind of running a little low on ideas. So I'd be more than open to hearing different ideas in the comments. Just realize between like the comment and me doing it might be a couple months, but that's okay. All right, I shouldn't have eaten that. It's all stuck in my mouth now, so I'm just going to end right here. Thank you for watching.